Hello everybody, GamerPenny here, bringing you another episode of our Not So Berry Legacy Challenge. And we are back with Ruddy, and yep, today is wedding day. So we're actually in, what is it, Central Park, I think, in Myshuno Meadows or whatever. It's the one downtown, the new park. So they're at their wedding. The day has come, and they are kind of, I mean, they woke up this morning, it was a little bit weird. Things were kind of strange between them. They've kind of been, like, very, very courteous to each other, very polite. But they both have a lot on their mind. So there's a lot going on. Amarillo, can you ask to cloud gaze so you can become friends with your cousin again? So I think they're all just kind of talking to everyone who showed up. Obviously, Lilith is here with Rusty. Hug lovingly. Let's kiss, and then we could have him do this with who in the observatory. So he's just gonna hang out with Lilith all day. He's like, my brother's gonna do what he's gonna do. Rusty's kind of taking a hands-off approach to this. He says if he wants to get married, let him get married. I'll help him through whatever he wants to do, but I don't know if he's listening to my advice or anything. So so I think Ruddy and Gabrielle are, you know, they're having, who's this? Arshun. Did we invite him? Oh, they're going to the observatory. So I think he's going to come over here, and he's just going to kind of fantasize about weddings. Gabrielle's going to fantasize about weddings. And, you know, okay. Lilith and Rusty woohooing on Ruddy, Gabrielle's wedding day. Oh my god, the fireworks? Who's setting off these fireworks? Caleb, are you moving in on my girl? Is it because of this? It might be. But it's time for them to have a deep conversation. They need to, whoops. They need to have a conversation here. So, let us do, where's deep conversation? Did I miss it? I bet I did. Deep conversation. So Gabrielle's gonna be the one to initiate it. Caleb, I need you to go away though. But they're just kind of talking like, Ruddy, you know, we need to talk about this. We need to, what are you guys doing here? We need to figure this out. Okay, I need Caleb to go away though. He can't be in on this. Heartfelt compliment. Deep conversation. Okay, just him and Gabrielle. So they're talking about this. They're just like, you know what? Gabrielle is the one that's saying, I've been looking forward to this wedding for a long time. I've been looking forward to being someone's wife. The problem is, and this is Gabrielle bringing it up, the problem is, I think that in the beginning I really liked you, and I thought that I really loved you. And oh, brother and sister hug. And we're having a lot of, you know, I really like being around you and being your friend. However, when we are talking about getting married, I look at it as I get to be someone's wife. And it should be, in my mind, it should be, I get to be your wife. And you get to be my husband. And I think Gabrielle's realizing that she kind of fell in love with the idea of being a wife instead of being Ruddy's wife. So she's kind of, I wish all these people would get the heck out of here. Go here. Go here. Stop talking to all these people. They're just trying to find some privacy because I mean, this is good discussion. So, they're just kind of talking about all of this, and Gabrielle's the one like, Ruddy, do you love me? And why did you ask me to get married? And I think Ruddy's finally saying, I couldn't stand the idea that Charlie was gone. I can't stand the idea that Amarillo has to grow up without a mom. And I needed her to have a mom. And so she's like, so it wasn't because you loved me. And Ruddy says, no, but I do care about you, and I do, you know, you're everything. And she says, but that's the problem, because when you asked me to get married, I wasn't excited to get married to you. I was excited to get married. And she says, and I really care about you, and I really like you, but I think Gabrielle is the one thinking, I don't think we can get married because we don't love each other. We just like the idea of being married. Like, she's saying, like, that was a little girl's dream for so long, is growing up and getting married. And when you're a little girl, you don't know who that's going to be with. And that feeling hasn't changed. So I think Gabrielle's going to be the one to initiate it. She's going to tell Ruddy, I don't think we should go through with this. I don't think either one of us are ready. I don't think it's a good idea. And I think that we should just be friends. And we'll see how Ruddy takes that. Because, I mean, this is their wedding. Like, this is it right here. And I think Ruddy's like, you know that I care about you deeply. And you're one of my very, very good friends. But yeah, they called it off. So he's leaving her. She's leaving him. And I think they're just going to go and they're going to enjoy the party here. So they have to go tell people now. So he's going to go tell his brother. Heartfelt compliment. She's going to go tell all their friends over here. I don't know if she has very many friends, actually. But they're going to go and tell everyone, you know, this is what's happening. We're not going to get married. There's not going to be a wedding. But enjoy the food. Enjoy the booze. Like, everything's out there for you guys to enjoy and have fun with. So, and we'll see. Hopefully Rusty is okay with that. Because he's been their roommate, right? And Rusty's like, you guys, I am proud of both of you, I think. I think he's proud of his brother for making the right decision. He thinks this is the right decision. And he's proud of Gabrielle for, you know, thanks for doing it now. And, like, doing it now instead of later on down the road after years of marriage. And sort of finding out you don't like each other. So, get to know her. This is her cousin. And then maybe Week and Cloud Gay. There we go. Those two. Alright. Ruddy needs a drink. He's gonna go get a drink from the bar here. Is that Bobby? It is. Bobby Patel. Order a drink. Order favorite drink. Gabrielle's gonna come get a drink. Drink. And Rusty's gonna come in and make out with Lilith again, because they've been all over each other all day. So they're just hanging out and having a good time. Inside joke. Suave kiss. And then is there like a makeout? Just kiss. Alright. So, see, they're still friends. They're even sitting by each other at the bar. So they're going to remain friends, you guys. So they're just not going to be husband and wife. They're not going to be romantically involved. They really, really thought that they were. And, of course, the life coach is here, dressed up like a bride herself. But they're not going to be romantically involved anymore. They decided that their friendship means too much. But there's not that spark that comes with romance. Like, there's no love there. And so this is the best decision I think they could make. And Ruddy, how's you give family advice to Carmine? Who's Carmine looking at? His daughter? Oh, he's talking to ex-girlfriend Macy. Alright, so things are working out. So it wasn't that bad. I wanted to put a little bit of a spin on it where Ruddy's not such a you know, such a dick. But I think it's mutually okay between the two of them. Like, they're fine, and they still adore each other. And she's so pretty in the dress, by the way. But they still adore each other. It's just not love, and they realize that. And they realized that before they, you know, made a huge mistake and got married. And it was gonna probably, it would have probably affected the kids. It would have probably affected like all of that. So, it's good that they did that now. She's cleaning up her cousin's mess. Parenting, encourage cleaning up the mess. That is adorable. Rusty's out here paying attention to Amarillo. And Amarillo's... so how this is going to affect her, I don't think it's going to. I think she is very... Continue making a mess. I think she's very in tune with what's going on. I think she's very intelligent. And I think she knows that this is the best option. She loves Gabrielle. But she also, like, that's her dad, right? So that's her dad, and she's watching out for him, and she thinks that he's making a good decision, and as long as Rusty thinks it's a good decision and everyone else does, she's gonna stand behind it too. So that's good. Brighton day. So the other thing is, I don't think that Rusty and Lilith are getting married. Lilith is a vampire. Rusty is not. So Rusty is going to get old and pass away at some point. Lilith will not. So I think they've had that conversation already. Like, they're very, very much in love. But I think they had that, and Rusty is saying, I don't know if I want to be a vampire. That might change later on. But I don't know. He says it's going to be so rough watching my family get old and die. And he knows that she has to do that, but she has her brother. And she says, I understand mortality like that. So, they have come to a mutual agreement that he's going to remain mortal. She's going to be a vampire, unless the game chooses to change that on me. After, you know, Rusty might move out or something. So unless that changes, but they're going to be an item, definitely, until the day that Rusty passes away. So just so you guys are aware. Alright, Ruddy's just kind of hanging out. Let's go talk to... Oh, it's almost over. The wedding's almost over. It is over. He's gonna go talk to... What's her name? This is the mail lady, right? They're friends, because they were talking online. Mayra Sheets. He's gonna go talk to her a little bit. Say, thanks for coming. You've been my mail lady for years. So, obviously, you were invited. Didn't want you to see all those invitations go out and you not get one. So that's what Ruddy was thinking, inviting her. And they've been talking a lot, and they're friends. So, alright, everyone's going to go home. The wedding happened. Wasn't bad. Wasn't no red wedding or anything like that. So, Rusty also called in sick to work. So everyone's going to go home. We'll continue on. Where's he going? Is making his way slowly home. Yeah. So now they've got some decisions to make, because Gabrielle is still living in the apartment, and she has nowhere else to go, right? So she's still there for a while. And I think what's going to happen is Ruddy has sort of a plan, and he says, this apartment is pretty small. This apartment is not meant for a family, and he's been sitting back and thinking about life, and he's made a lot of mistakes. He's done a lot of stupid stuff. He has a lot of regrets. But the one thing is that he was making a lot of choices based on what he thought was best for Amarillo, without actually taking care of her, right? So, oh, she's so into outer space, too. Why don't you come here and experiment on this, actually? So, what he's thinking is that there needs to be some change. Where is he? Oh, there needs to be some changes, and he thinks this apartment is too small, so they are gonna be getting a new place. However, I don't know if we know who's gonna go with him. I don't know if he knows. So he wants to get a new place. He wants to, the city life is getting to him. He's, remember, he goes out on the town a lot. He drinks a lot. He does a lot of that stuff, and he wants something different. He's at that point in his life where he needs something different. He's getting on to his senior years. He's a single dad. He knows Gabrielle has nowhere else to go, so he's not going to kick her out, but there's no room here, right? So I think he has some decisions to make of maybe in this apartment, the one that doesn't fit is him and Amarillo. Maybe him and Amarillo need to move. And I don't know how Rusty's going to feel about that. But these two get along, Rusty and Gabrielle. And Rusty's even thinking, I've got Lilith to think about. He's look at that. He's absolutely in love with her. So they're going to have a conversation now. And Ruddy's like, bro, I got to ask you something. I've been thinking about stuff. And I think he's going to bring it up first. So I've been thinking, I think I might move out. I've saved up a lot of money. Sit in chat here. Saved up a lot of money. And he's telling Rusty his plan. And he's like, we're in the limelight here. And I'm a politician. And people expect us to do certain things. And I don't know if I can keep that up anymore and raise a daughter. So I think he is sort of looking at seeing what Rusty's plans are. Seeing what Rusty is going to do, with his life, how him and Lilith, because he also realizes that Rusty moved in to help him out and hadn't been able to really focus on himself a whole lot. And so there's sort of guilt at that too. You need to keep the noise down. We're just watching TV. Listen to Hillary's complaint. Let's go do that. And that's the other thing. Like, this is not conducive to raising a kid. I'm sorry, you're right. Oh, he said he was sorry. Why you gotta yell at him, Hillary? Alright. Well, he's gonna go to bed. Where's Gabrielle? She's working out? Oh, that's what's keeping him up. She's doing exercising. Will they sleep in the same bed still or no? Well, they do. Okay. Alright. You have stayed up far too late, little lady. So you can go to sleep. And he's going to sleep. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode there. They're kind of, again, good friends. No romance between them, though. They care for each other, and Ruddy is absolutely going to take care of her. He knows what she was willing to do, willing to get into a relationship, and willing to be a part of his life. He's absolutely going to take care of her. And I think how he's going to decide to take care of her is this apartment is going to be hers. The rent is not, not expensive. He makes good money, and until she gets on her feet and finds a job and, starts a family of her own, because she's younger. Remember, she's a younger woman. An ageless woman for some reason. She just does not age. But he's going to support her until she can do it on her own. And I think he's going to let her know that, and she's going to agree to that. And he knows that she will not abuse that. So she's going to find a job, and as soon as she's able to sustain herself, she will do that. Now, what that means for a politician to sort of be sustaining like a mistress almost, Ruddy's going to have to deal with the fallout of that. He might have some public backlash and stuff. But he is ready to 100%, other than his job and, the sort of job of a politician to look out for people. Other than that, he is ready to focus on raising his daughter. And she's kind of, you know, getting on in age as well. 9 days until she's a teenager. But she's smart and she's intelligent and she's been very self-sufficient and independent on her own. And he doesn't want her to have to do that. He's glad that she is and she's able to deal with that. But he doesn't want her to have to. So they're going to find a new place. And I think we have enough money for what I found on the gallery for that. I hope we do. He's off to work. Maria went off to school, starving. She's going to eat lunch there. Gabrielle. Oh, who's calling you? Food fight. Amariel started a food fight in the cafeteria, causing most of the students to join in. We're still cleaning up. What a natural leader. I mean, I feel like they asked Rusty this. What a natural leader. Empathy. Oh my god. He's thinking about his mom. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the episode there. Guys, when we come back, we're going to be in the new place. And I don't know if Rusty's going to be with us. I don't know if maybe Lilith might come along. But Ruddy gave him the option of saying, you know, if you want to, you don't have to stay with me anymore. I'm fine. I'm going to take care of the daughter. You can trust me. And he's going to give Rusty basically an out. If he wants to go, he can go. They're adults now. They're getting on in age. He doesn't need someone looking out for him anymore. And I think Rusty's considering it. But we'll see what he chooses in the next episode. But I will tell you for sure, this is the last time that we're probably going to see Gabrielle. Which I love her. And she's so pretty and so amazing. And she was such a good sport with Ruddy. And they're a good friend. So it won't be the last time, but it's going to be the last time she's going to be a roommate. And this is definitely going to be the last time we see this apartment as it is. I don't know if we're going to bring anything other than like the painting that belonged to Carmine and maybe some of those photos. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the apartment out of stuff that we want to keep. These photos for sure, like that one and stuff. And then we'll be in the new place. We are going to be in the new house, the new place, and it is something that I found on the gallery, so I'm going to try to decorate it and everything. So just keep that in mind. Next episode is going to be a lot of changes and getting used to the new place. We've been here for quite a while. Rusty looks so happy. So guys, thank you so much for your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Not So Buried Legacy, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.